Hey Wargamers, today I want to talk about the DX-4 technical drone. That's the special drone that you have in Imperial Armour Index Xenos for Tau that can repair battlesuits, and it's gotten a lot of attention online. People are pretty hyped about it, and so today let's talk about its strengths and weaknesses and whether or not you really want to include one in your Tau army. Before we do that though, I want to say thanks for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That way you don't miss any of my upcoming 8th edition content. Technical drones have a pretty standard profile for a drone. They just have some cool special rules that change the way that they're played. The basic profile is the same. It's movement 8, weapon skill 5, ballistic skill 5, strength 3, toughness 4, 1 wound, 1 attack, leadership 6 with a 4-up save. So pretty standard, but keep that leadership in mind. These guys can be taken in units of 2 to 10, and if you're looking at a unit of 10 technical drones, you might want to reconsider that, because that low leadership is really going to come into play. As soon as these guys start losing models, you're going to have a hard time passing morale tests. So really that suggests that these guys are best taken in small units, and they have some special rules here that actually reinforce that. You want to take these guys in units of 2 or 3 drones. Now, that's a liability when it comes to kill points, but it makes them more effective in the role that they have while they are on the board. So you kind of have to weigh those two options: the benefit of having these guys on the table and the cost of having some really easy kill points for your opponent just to pick up right away. So the thing that makes them special is that they have the multi-function Surveyor special rule that gives them 2 different options. Basically, it says, in the shooting phase, this unit can activate one of its survey protocols. Only one protocol may be activated per phase per unit of technical drones. Now note that that's per unit. So even if you had 10 drones, you could only do this once per that one unit. So again, having a lot of drones in a single unit doesn't actually give you that much benefit, aside from potentially increasing their longevity in the short term, assuming that you pass morale phase. So small units, 2 to 3. If they take the repair protocol option on a 4-up, they can restore D3 wounds to a battle suit that is within 3 inches of them. So they got to be close and personal to these suits. Keep in mind, they're just like little drones that are doing little repairs on the battle suit. So they have to be close, and on a 4-up, they're able to restore D3 wounds. So on average, that's about 1 wound per phase. So not a whole lot. A single unit of these guys is not going to be restoring a ton of wounds, but this is the reason why a lot of people are really excited about technical drones. Anytime that you can bring wounds back, that's a huge benefit. The other option that you have is the surveillance protocol. Basically, that allows you to ignore cover for a unit within 12 inches of the drone. So if you got a bunch of Hormagaunts that are in a ruin right on your front line, you can ignore cover for them and make your life a lot easier. This is, in my opinion, actually the better of the 2 options, because it effectively replaces 4 marker light hits. And that's hard to do. So just having these guys here, you replace 4 marker light hits. And the math support this as being a better use of technical drones than the repair protocols. So for comparison, if we're looking at the surveillance option, you're comparing it to marker drones, you're basically paying 32 points for 4 marker lights, which is really good. That's a lot cheaper than the equivalent number of marker drones that you would need to get 4 marker lights. Similarly, for the repair protocols, you're basically paying 32 points per restored wound to a battle suit, whereas if you were to just take shield drones, you're paying 24 points, which is less, of course, 24 points for each negated hit, right? So these could be multi-wound hits, and primarily you're going to be using shield drones to negate multi-damage wounds. And so you're actually getting a lot more mileage out of shield drones. You are able to potentially ignore that mortal wound to the drone, and you are negating a multi-wound effect to begin with. So really, I think shield drones do a better job of keeping battlesuits alive than technical drones. Technical drones, conversely, are better than marker light drones for ignoring cover. So keep that in mind. Yeah, overall, I think the repair protocols are nice, but I think it's a trap. If you are investing heavily in technical drones, you are setting yourself up for an easy kill point scenario. You're investing a lot of points in things that you could be using for better, more offensive options, as opposed to these kind of defensive band-aid approaches that are associated with the repair protocols. So it's a trap. Don't sink a ton of points into technical drones. If you want to bring a couple units of 2 to 3 drones, but don't bring like 10 units of 2 drones each. That's a ton of points, and you are better off spending them elsewhere. I do think that if you bring these, you can actually use them really effectively in an aggressive cost strategy. Basically, throw these guys in a devilfish with a bunch of breachers and Darkstrider, have them escort a Yvara upfield, and you're going to wreck face. These technical drones are going to be able to ignore cover for units that the Yvara and the breachers are targeting. So you're getting a lot more mileage out of both those units, and they still are there for savior protocols. And Darkstrider with breachers and a Yvara are just killer to begin with. So you're really just hammering the opponent, even if they're in cover, so long as you have these technical drones with you. So if I were to bring them, that's what I would do. Throw a couple in a devilfish with a smaller unit of breachers along with Darkstrider, and bring the pain. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're using technical drones and they are your MVPs, I'd love to hear about it. How, when, where, why they were so good. But yeah, thanks for watching, and happy wargaming.